Hello there. I bought this watch for £2 on eBay. So that's the story. Hey, today we are going to service this HMT Deepak watch. It sounds like Tupac, but no, it's actually a Hindu word for lamp or light. HMT, I found out after buying this watch, was actually a very important watchmaker in India. If you're from India and have fond memories of HMT watches, please share, because I do not know anyone who actually had owned this HMT watch before. So yeah, today we are going to sort of look inside and service this watch, which is sort of running, but it stops after a while, so I believe it needs a service for sure. I've read some models, such as Kanchan is called, which means gold in Hindi, was actually used quite often as a wedding gift. Have you ever received one? Do you know anyone receive a Kanchan HMT watch as a wedding gift? Yes, so I guess this is quite, it was used to be a big part of Indian culture. Here I found under the dial that there is a glue. I don't know why the dial was attached to the movement in such a way, because there are two dial pins and fit perfectly working and fine. So first of all, I will remove the balance, and I'll start disassembling the movement. The balance looks okay. The staff also seems to be in working order. Now I am removing the pallet fork bridge. I use this cheap hand remover to remove the cannon pinion, which works for me, but which is not the right tool. There is a tool from Virgin, cannon pinion remover, which would do the better job, I believe, to not damage the parts. But it's quite pricey. It's like 150 euros or so for this tool, so I haven't bought this tool yet. So I just used the hand remover tool, which had been working fine for me. So this ratchet wheel screw has reverse thread, so I was able to remove the screw without a problem, but this barrel wheel screw will not come out. So here I am trying both left and right, clockwise and anti-clockwise, but there I did it again. I broke the screw head completely. So yeah, I have to first remove and disassemble the entire movement and figure out what to do with that broken screw stuck in the barrel arbor. Overall, the parts actually look fine, and it's in a relatively clean state. So hopefully it will run after I service this watch and fix that arbor problem. There's a yoke spring. This is the keyless work area. So I have to remove this old adhesive residue. I use acetone to dissolve it, and it comes off quite easily. Usually using the glue like this on the front face of the watch, or anywhere actually, it's not advisable. It's not so great way to repair a watch, because residue can get in somewhere and it can block the mechanism. So I wonder why the previous watchmaker, or even the factory, I doubt that factory would do that. So I get rid of the residue on the surface, maybe old oil residue, using a pegwood. Well, this is actually a bamboo skewer that I found on a supermarket, but has worked fine for me. So this is a wash cleaning machine basket for my new DIY watch cleaning machine. I load all the parts in there and close the lid. And here it is. I recently featured this machine that I built, I designed on another video. If you are interested, please click below. There's a link to the video. The idea is to have 3 different cycles and 3 different solutions. First, the rinsing cycle. It runs for 3 minutes. So each cycle is 3 minutes. So once it reaches the time, the machine will stop automatically. And I'll have to raise the basket a little bit and spin it so that it can dry before moving into the next rinsing solution. So the final IPA rinse was now is now finished. So I'm going to take a look into the arbor problem first, actually, because I have to fix this first before I assemble the parts back. So this is called barrel arbor, and I am trying to remove the stuck screw with a drill press. It was not actually holding in the center of the screw, so I am sanding and I am drilling again. This is the result. It was a little bit off center, but it has worked fine. And obviously you don't want to damage any thread inside the arbor, so you have to use a very tiny drill bit. I have managed to take the small screw out of the arbor, and I have found the replacement screw actually from another movement, an old movement. So I will, as I was taking the mainspring out, it just flew off like that, and this is what I found on the floor. It's a complete mess. Yeah, usually you just have to buy the replacement mainspring, but as you can see, you know, it's bent vertically. So, but I'll, you know, before buying a replacement mainspring, I just want to try to fix it like this. Try to fix it so that the spring sits nice and flat on a flat surface. Now it looks better. In such a case, would you personally try to fix the mainspring? If so, how would you do that? I don't know the proper way. I just did it. Now I'm cleaning the mainspring with alcohol and lint-free paper. I will now assemble the mainspring back into the barrel by hand winding. I do have a spring winder, but one of the subscribers on my channel asked if I could actually show how I do this. step. So here I am using my hand to wind the mainspring carefully back into the barrel. You have to be careful not to bend yeah, you shouldn't use excessive force when bending. I mean, you have to sort of bend obviously in order to fit it back in, but you have to make sure that it doesn't bend excessively so that the spring gets damaged. Minimum force is required here, and I'm using the first I have to put the arbor back, and I use this press to press the lid on the arbor. So I will now reassemble the watch with clean watch parts, and watch parts look fine and well cleaned, even after just one cycle each. So I assume that it's working fine, but later when I work on the dirtier watch, I think it will show better whether it's working or not. So I'll do a separate testing later to check whether this watch cleaning machine is effective compared to the ultrasonic cleaner. So this is the main barrel bridge going in. Here is the last step to oil the jewel holes and to install the cannon pinion back. So I feel I pressed all the way, but as you can see, it's not completely pressed down. So when I put the hour weight back on, it wouldn't engage because the cannon pinion is not all the way. So I have to actually press the cannon pinion all the way, like so. And the wheel now engages. Here I put the balance back in, and I have actually oiled the jewel. Here's a problem. As you saw, the wheel is not engaging, it's not sitting flat on the plate because the replacement screw is too long, the thread is too long, so I am making the screw slightly shorter. Now it's sitting a lot better than before. There's not so much wiggle, that's fine. Let's see if it runs. With a little bit of shake, it starts running. And here it is, the dial. Now the hand's going, and the second hand is moving, which is quite satisfying. The back case on, and let's test it whether it's running properly on a Timegrapher. Time setting works fine. Upon testing, I've realized that the bit error is not so great. It's around 4.5 millisecond. Amplitude looks fine, but the daily rate is running really slow. So I regulated the the balance, but still running slow. I couldn't really figure out why. Maybe I have damaged the mainspring, and maybe the mainspring is not delivering enough power to run the watch. I mean, that would be my only guess, but here it is. For now, I'm going to just leave it at that because I couldn't figure out, even after looking at the balance. Here is the finished watch. If you know what happened here, if you could sort of spot visually what was wrong with this watch, please share and let us know. Thank you so much for watching and have a good one. Bye bye.